Hey, how's it going? And this is just a little bit of a follow-up to the tutorial I just did. I'll have a link in the description. And we're going to talk just a little bit about what a function is in Unreal Engine and why we would want to use one. And I've always been kind of intimidated by them for some reason. I don't know why. But they're really just a way to reuse code and increase the functionality of code also. And a function, they have an input and output, and one of the primary benefits of it is that it can be called from another blueprint. So once you create a function in one blueprint, you can call it up in another blueprint. So that's real handy. The one drawback of a function is they can't use time-based nodes like delayed nodes or anything like that. I just wanted to touch up a little bit here on the last video I did. Was one of the things, if you come into the new widget blueprint here, I noticed that I misspelled Fahrenheit and there's an H in there. So I was just saying I don't like misspellings, and here I am misspelling right there. So that was one of the mistakes I made. But then if we come into the converter and I hit play and I go 1, I can enter my value. Like, let's say I entered 212. You notice that the value came out at 99.9. And an easy fix for that is if we just come in here and we go here, let's hit Alt and disconnect that pin right there. We can actually, I believe we can just delete this whole node right here and drag off of here and search for round. We can round this and then put this in here, and that will round that out. So that takes care of that. So if we come back in here and I hit play, hit 1, and I hit 212 now, I just get a straight 100 Celsius. So that's probably a cleaner way to do it. And there's that. Now, one thing you can do to create a function, if you want it, is you can just select the nodes that you want to use and right click them and go collapse to a function. But what we're going to do is we're just going to kind of build it from scratch so that you can see how it works in a little bit more detail. So to create a function, we come over here to where it says function and we hit the plus sign right there, and then we just go, we'll call this convert here like that, and we can copy code. Like on this particular function, we actually don't need an input. You'll notice we're going to take this section of code right here. Well, actually we're going to take this section. So we can take right here like that. That's the section of code we want, and we can just go Control C, come in here, and Control V, and Control V paste it all in right here. That's the section of code that we want to duplicate. And then if we come in here, we can just go ahead and disconnect this. I won't delete this section of code, but I just want to show you what we're doing there. So I can delete, hit Alt, and then it'll just move this kind of code out of the way for right now. So we're going to take basically all this code and condense it down into a function, so we just have one node instead of, what is that, 6 nodes. So we come in here to convert. We don't need an input on this one, but we do need an output, and the output is going to be a text. So we'll just come over here to output and we'll call this text, and it is a text variable, and that's all we need. And then we just have to take this and plug this into here like that and compile and save, and now we've created a function. So if I come back into the blueprint on the event graph and I grab my convert function, you'll see it has exec pins on it. It's got this target reference built into it, and I just come in here, plug this into here, this into there, and the text into here. And instead of having all those nodes, I just have this. So it's just a lot neater and cleaner. And then in addition, this function, this collection of nodes, if I go into here, this functionality can be called by another blueprint if we wanted to reuse it. So if we want to reuse it, if we want cleaner code, blueprints, this is what we would do, is we would create a function. So it's for reusability, cleaner interface, and other blueprints can access it. So if we compile and save and I go into first person and then I hit 1, you'll notice I still have all the same functionality. I put in 32, 0 Celsius, 212 boiling, that's 100 Celsius, and 0 Fahrenheit is negative 18 Celsius. So it's just an easier way to work. So anyway, I hope you found this helpful. Take care, have a great day, and I'll talk to you next time.